Hello, fisher persons. Today we're going to talk about the Lake P Troll technique. It's one of my better techniques. I started doing that in the 50s with my dad. We would troll with bingos, mighty mites, fisherman favorites, 109, etc. We just troll up and down and see what we could do. I first wanted to give you an orientation of the area that we fish. This is the north side of the lake. This is the south side of the lake. This here is the north draw. This would be the west side of the lake, east side of the lake. The black line is actually the trussels coming through here. This line here is the bridge that's never going to be finished, being repaired. The blue over here is actually representing the Bay Flat Junior, and it's showing you the angle it has to be on. I'll explain that later. This right here is representing your lure and the location where it needs to be at. The first variable you want to be aware of is the past, present, and future current. What has it been in the past, or what it's going to be when you're fishing? I don't really have a preference. I'll fish both currents. I have no problem with that. The current strength will also impact your boat angle and distance from the trestles. I would suggest you exercise caution with the strong current. It will drive you into and under the trestles, may cause some damage to your boat and gear. I know out one time with Big Andrew, he damaged his brand new trolling motor. Got caught in the current and the drove was under it. I really like a falling tide and or a rising tide. It doesn't make a difference. I'll fish them both. And depending on the strength, it'll determine how far out you have to be with the boat and the line to get that lure to maintain close to that trestle. The second variable you need to be aware of, past, present, and future, is the wind. Once again, no winds makes a difference to me. I fish them both. Both position and location will change based on the strength of the wind. I like an easterly wind, but we'll fish all winds. It doesn't really matter to me. Wind strength will also impact boat position, angle, and distance to the trestle. You need to exercise caution with a strong, high wind. It will drive your boat to and under the trestle, may cause damage to your boat and gear. Plus, Lake P can get rough in a very quick time. Strongly suggest you pay attention to your environment, and if you need be, head in to get out the bad weather. I like to troll north to south. I'm a right-handed fisherman, so I can control my tiller and be looking at the trestle the whole time, and I can maintain that distance and angle to keep that lure here close to that trestle right there. I always fish the west side. Have been with my father and my brother since the 50s. Very seldom we fish the east side. In all conditions, strong current, east, coming in, falling, west wind, east wind, I'm over here fishing because it's just the way we've been doing it all my life. And but anyway, the thing about the wind and the current, this situation here would be a strong west wind and a current falling. The boat has to be way out here to get that up against them trestles, as close as you can get without hanging up. Sometimes the way I do, I actually feel my lure hit that trestle, go into it, and at that time I just jerk it and it whips back out. It takes a lot of practice to do that, and you're going to lose a lot of lures. So what I'm saying is you want to get as close as you can. The distance of your line and the angle that your boat's on will have a lot to do with it, and you have to be not on the bottom, but almost on the bottom. You want to feel that bottom on the downstroke. Not much, very little. And then we go on this, trolling along. Now this position, if the tide is coming in, if it's coming this way, then this boat would have a tendency we put it over here, and this would switch out. If it's not strong, it could be there, and this could be there, and this could be there. But in all cases, this boat would go over here, and I'd be tight up against over here. The stronger the wind coming in and current, it makes me come further, falling. I'm sorry, it makes me come over here, so I can get this angle. I'm going to try to maintain the angle. If the wind is not blowing that hard, maybe this angle's not as much. The boat might be right here. But But whatever you got to do, whatever you got to do, whether it's coming in, falling, whatever, to keep that lure as close to them piles as you can. I know some guys will troll this side all the way across, and the reason they do that because on the west side, on the day when there's a lot of people out there, it's kind of hard to troll. So they'll hit this west side, east side to get out of everybody's way. But the angle of the boat is another thing you have to be cognizant of, because you can't have it going this way and the wind blowing this way, because it's going to push you into the column there, the pylons. Well, that's just an introduction of what's going on. Part 2 is going to be more about the type gear I use and how I rig everything up and everything else, and we can talk about that. Part 3 is going to be about techniques and presentations, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then finally, the last part, Part 4, will be about courtesy and etiquette. Anyway, I hope this helps you with your endeavor to troll Lake P. Because last year, since 2015, we've been catching some beautiful trout out there trolling Lake P. And to my surprise, it's not only quality, it's quantity. Hope this helps you out. Thank you.